Alright, so let's look at the, I assume it's you, let's look at the comp. So both teams are running Ryan Zarya, standard lol. On Mercy and like Reaper Genji, and they're running like Kree Soldier. So like, what are your priorities as like Genji? So the thing is, Genji is good at taking angles like off of your team, and they should preferably be enabled by your Mercy. Like your Mercy can damage boost you so you can farm Blade faster, and also like be more aggressive on the angle. But like even without a Mercy pocket, you're still like really like hard to force out of an angle. Why? You have deflect, you have mobility, you can dash back to your team. For example, you can like climb walls and take the high ground. So like I want you to be like actively like looking for like opportunities to like take the angle, take angles and like away from your team and draw attention away from your team and onto you. In which case, if they pay too much attention to you, then your team can go in, like, and then like they're not gonna be focusing on your team, so like they just get a lot of value. Or they'll focus on your team and you just get so much free poke and even get kills if you're lucky. So, but like, yeah, and like they have like Kree and Soldier, so another thing is you want to punish them if they split apart too much from their team. Why? Because like look at their heals. They have Ana, which has range heals, but like Ana's, especially bronze Ana's, like they can't like really hit shots at long range. That does have kind of range heals, but like it's really hard to like chuck shots into like onto like, you know, someone far away, especially if they're moving or like far, like somewhere on high ground, in which case it's kind of harder. But like, yeah, you just need to like look for angles, like, you know, spam from, and then also like punish like, you know, these people for being split, and then like once they're forced back to their team, you can then use their angle to like poke some more, and then like eventually build Blade faster. So like right here, okay, you're poking with left clicks. Okay. Okay, but I don't like how you're like, firstly you're kind of stacking with your tanks too much. Like, honestly, I'd be on high ground. Like this is kind of dangerous. Like, you see, all the damage is coming this way. You're not angling. Like you're just like standing with your Rhine. I mean, your Rhine shield is nice, but like you don't need it. You don't need it. Like, you know, you could be like somewhere right here, and then like you couldn't like poke the back line even for free, or you could poke their Rhine and put some extra pressure. But right here, they just block the damage with their shield, and like, sure, you break the shield, but like even then, like brawl fights, there aren't like decided by like really shield break. Like both teams are gonna have pretty terrible shield management, but they're decided by who puts the most pressure. So like you should be on an angle right now. Like right here, you see like how dangerous this looks. Like everyone can you know, Kree could just stun you. Like you have no deflect. Like, why aren't you on an angle? Okay, you dash for like the soldier who's kind of out of position. Okay, but like this is still risky. You're at 96 HP and you're peeking them. Okay, at least you have deflect, but you're just AFKing like with your Rhine and not taking an angle. Like the enemy team doesn't particularly care that you're here even. Like, look, you're just doing damage to their Rhine, and they have like, you know, double like, they have like, you know, BAP and Ana, which pumps out a lot of pure heals. But like, so like you're not really doing much except maybe farming some Blade, but you're only 32%. Like you need to be taking an angle. Okay. Like you're just, yeah, doing. You know, like, see your face taking so much damage, and you're getting your deflect forced out early. Okay, good dash on like the. A good dash on the Zarya, sure. Okay. Why do you dash into like the middle of the enemy team? I mean, like the Ryan's low, but okay. Where's the Immor? The Immor's somewhere. I mean, the Ryan's low, but yeah, this is kind of scary. Well, you're just not providing like enough pressure.
I've got you in my sights.
Okay. Okay, now great when you. I mean, like, just like kind of reset here. Yeah. Okay, right now your goal is probably just farm your blade. Yeah. Okay, so, but right here, like, are you really in the ideal position to blade? So, like, right here you have blade, but you're in the front line, and like, if you can't try to dash through the front line, but this just tells the enemy, everyone, hey, I'm here. You could dash up for like nano, but like, like, imagine if you were like taking a deeper angle, like for example, like right here, like under. This is one option. You could use this for cover, you could use deflect, and you can get nano. Or you could be on high ground and poking from above, and potentially you can even get a kill, not even need blade, like if you're lucky, but I mean, you don't even need nano. But like right here, you're just frontlining. Okay, good. Get the nano. Dash. Okay, you're just trying to get everyone. Good, good. Okay, so next fight. As you can see, like, look, you're not. You get stuck in the grav. Like, I mean, we're trying to reflect the grav. I understand why you might be here, but like, you don't. So, well. But anyways, if you're trying to deflect the grav, it's okay to stack like this. Like, where else is the grav gonna go? But okay, but why do you just dash into the middle of an enemy team without cooldowns? Like, you don't have your deflect. That soldier might be low, but he has Helix Field, and you don't have cooldowns. You're now stuck in the enemy backline. Honestly, like, if you go even slightly higher, then they're not gonna die. Like, how do you get blade? Like you did like a really risky play, but you didn't get punished for it. This is like a representation of like how risky you can be. Like, that was way too risky. You go in without deflect, and like you don't get punished because they can't hit shots. Okay, now they have Winston. Now you have to be a bit more careful about splitting, but that doesn't mean like you like just stick with your tanks. Like, you have to like. Your goal should be like, hey, I'm gonna take soft like splits from my team. I'm maybe gonna go here, and if Winston jumps me, just dash back. But I'm gonna take splits, and I'm gonna try to like poke out the Winston, force out his bubble early, and then farm my ult in the process, and then like I can like, you know, pop my ult or something. But right here, like, yeah, okay, this is better. You're kind of using elevated ground. But you see, from this position, you're really just hitting tanks. You're only just farming your blade. You're not putting pressure on the back line. And even if you're hitting tanks, like you're a lot of time just hitting the shield. You don't want that. You want to actually put like poke pressure on like the actual tank's HP pool. Okay, so right here. Okay.
They're almost out of time. We'll stop them here and now.
Okay, so like now you almost have nano. You're not close to blade yet. So like right here, you're just hitting shields again. You're hitting the Rhine shield. The Rhine gets a fat shatter, but why aren't you like right here? Like, I know there's a Winston, but, like, you can literally just dash out. But why are you, like, stacked through your tanks like this? Like, there's nothing you can really hit. Except the Rhine shield. That doesn't farm your blade. Firstly, that doesn't farm blade. Secondly, like, you're not putting any pressure on the enemy team other than shield pressure. Like, you might be, like your teammates might be complaining, hey, we had to stack to 6, but, like, firstly, like, don't really trust your teammates in this elo. Secondly, like, any eyeballs that, like, is drawn towards you, as long as you remain safe, like, as long as you take, like, not, like, really aggressive, like, risky splits from your team, any eyeballs that are drawn to you are eyeballs that are not looking at your team, and then your team can go more aggressive because, like, they're not all being focused by the enemy team, and then that in turn allows you to be more aggressive, and, like, look, it just adds up. For example, let's say you're poking, like, here, and the enemy team goes in. Oh shit, there's a Genji poking this way, so, like, I have to look here. And now the team can be like, hey, they're not looking at us, so, like, you just push up. And then, like, from there, like, your team's now drawing attention to them. And then now you can, in turn, push up even further. And then, like, it adds up, like, you can be more aggressive. Like, by starting from a more aggressive position, ironically, you can progressively be more aggressive during the fight as your team pushes up. Okay, right here, you're taking the angle. The Winston jumps you, but honestly, it doesn't really matter. That isn't a really good jump anyways.
Got you in my sights.
Back at you.
Okay.
I've got you in my sights.
Back at you.
Okay, why do you dash? Okay, so right here, you have mercy healing. You don't need to dash. But more importantly, imagine if you have dash here. Like you can, like, just duel this soldier who's like you know, using visor instead of being on low ground for this.
Got you in my sights.
Okay, right here the Reaper kind of carries for some reason. That's some pretty bad positioning. But right here, you just wasted your dash. Okay, it's not your fault that a Reaper walked into your backline, but that was not good cooldown usage. Hey, now you know to. Hey, this is kind of scary though. So you're kind of trying to front line, but your tanks, your like Rhine's not back. Well, like, let's look at this Rhine. Okay, you're kind of lucky that, like, your Ana got to sleep, but otherwise, like, there was a real chance you would have died there. And you got chatted. Just before your Rhine comes back. Okay, good. Peeling off the Winston. Okay, right here Genji's not as good, but why are you frontlining like this? You already have Blade, you don't need to farm. You're just giving them ult charge at this point. Like, just regroup and, like, just regroup. Like don't frontline like this. Imagine if they had, like, speed or something. They could speed onto you. I mean, you do have dash, but just regroup. You already have Blade, you're feeding them ult. Okay. And so right here, interesting thing in general chat. Okay, you get the blade.
Get in there.
Okay, you get the nano as well. I mean, you could have just went for the supports. Like, I mean, like, you see the Ryan's anti, but if you, but yeah, like this auto is like literally one dash away. Like in general, like, yeah, team's already pushing in anyway, so right here at least you get. I mean, that wins the fight anyway. Okay, right clicking to Winston, good. Good. Okay, now get out, get out. That's so greedy. Like, look, firstly, you don't have a tank absorbing like any of these cooldowns, so all the sleep just goes to you. And then look, you're kind of in the enemy. Like without escape, like you get slept. I mean, at least your team's pushing up to kind of save you there, but that in turn compromises their position. Honestly, yeah, that Ryan interesting. Yeah, that was so greedy. You already won the fight. Just like don't clutch defeat from victory. So right here, okay, right here, like why are you like? You should. I think you should be poking from high ground from here. Like you like there's a Winston scary, but you could just poke out this Winston, force out his bubble potentially. Like with the Winston, any poke they get on the Winston before like he jumps is value, because like Winston is such an cooldown oriented hero that like if you force out jump or bubble early, then it's a huge win. Your team can actually engage off of that. Okay, like, but why are you hiding? Why are you like putting pressure on them? Why are you like poking? You have a Hanzo, but you could be adding to like the poke. Why are you like hiding here? Okay, deflect. Ooh, pretty greedy not to deflect. Like reflect, I mean. Like you're literally standing next to a window. I mean, like you should have like dash pack even. I mean, you have the dash to escape, but like you don't use the dash to escape, then you get caught out. Honestly, I mean, why not reflect? Like deflect, like the Reaper wouldn't be able to get like that many kills. Okay, but I don't like you taking standing in opens. So right here, just literally like go to this high ground and poke from here. Put some pressure on an angle. And I don't like you poking from main. Like the whole enemy team can just literally just focus you, and you have to deflect, sure, but reflect. I mean, but like you don't want to get it forced out too early. Why are you this close to the enemy? That's. I mean, this it's okay because the Reaper kind of overextends. You can try to punish the Reaper. But like initially, I don't like this positioning. And now you're like within. Now the Ryan's just literally swinging at you for free. Okay, now you're just basically finishing the fight. Your Ryan's in the fight now, so it's okay. All right, that's all right. Okay, now you have Blade. Okay, but I don't like your target party here. Why do you like turn the Blade and nanoed Ryan? Why not like either like maybe go for this low Reaper who has no Wraith cooldown, or go for the backline who's keeping this Ryan up. I mean, he is anti, but this backline is like you have Nano Blade, you can just like literally kill them in like a swing, I think. Because like they're kind of like, how much HP do they have? Well, like yeah, they're still kind of. Well, you could bring them down to like 20 HP, and then like it's just a dash plus swing, yeah. But like why are you trying to focus a nano to Ryan? Like you don't. With Blade, like you get the best value like hitting squishies, not tanks. Okay, you kill the Reaper, but like it costs a Nano Blade. That's not a trade I'd take. I'm like, hey, why are they surviving for this so long? Like, don't you wish that they had like no supports to like, you know, keep them up? If you kill the supports, you basically win this fight because you have respawns. Right here, yeah, this team fights a cluster club. Okay, you get the thing. Alright. Okay, thank goodness this isn't. Yeah. Thank goodness he didn't like send the win to review. That's sending losses are way more productive. So, anyways, you see this Winston. They're running the same comp. You see this like you see this Winston here, right? Like literally just try to poke him out. Like put some pressure onto this Winston. What that will do is that like maybe the Ana can probably heal it up, but where's the Ana? Where are you, Mr. Chill and Dill? But like you want to be poking out this Winston not only because like yeah you have a lot of pure poke damage, but like this Winston is like setting up behind your team and it's gonna drop on your backline if you're not careful. So like what you want to do is like you want to poke out this Winston so you force out one of his cooldowns, either leap or like the bubble or his bubble, and then like force him to either go out or like, you know, hide and like be outside of LOS of his Ana, or at the very least you'll be farming your ult that way. But like why are you trying to hit a soldier when like you could be hitting a Winston and that gets more value? Now the Winston is dropping early, I must admit, but at least he drops and gets some value. He's still in the back line. I mean, they're usually shocking tanks, but okay, no. I don't like you standing this close to the Rhine. You're lucky this Rhine doesn't know how to hit his swings. I mean, your Winston is also shooting him, but I don't know why he's like shooting tanks. But like, why not like, for example, you still have a Mercy. Get the Harmony from your the Harmony's on you, so like you have the Harmony orb. That basically the Zen's basically saying to you, hey, feel free to go more aggressive. So why not take this angle where you can like break the bubble, like and hit them from this angle, like maybe even get this Junk who's discorded. But like right here, just frontlining, and you're minimizing your target focus opportunities. You're not being able to hit the. I mean, the soldier is throwing, kind of. But look, you're just in the front line. You're not. If you want to do this, play Rhine. But Genji is not a frontliner. Genji takes angles and is most effective on angles. That's why they gave him reflect and dash. Okay, this Rhine's low. I'm okay. Okay, now this Rhine's healed up. You can deflect a bit. Now don't stand directly in the window. Literally, go here. Dash up here. Okay, where's the Winston, though? I mean, like, the Winston... I mean, there's a... Winston now is in your back. Okay, where's the Winston initially?
Vital signs normalizing.
So, well, actually, like, now you see the Winston's jumped up here. What is the Winston going to do? The Winston's going to drop on your backline when they cross here. So what do you want to do? You just want to, like, put some shots into him. Like, don't like, try to focus a Rhine who's getting healed by, like, and supported by, like, 4 different team members. Like, get this Winston who's kind of isolated. Like, he's trying to, like, drop on your backline. Like, just put some shots onto Winston, and you'll be fine. And this Winston would not be able to just drop in your backline for free. Like, now this Winston's cut off from his Ana. And, like, put some pressure onto this Winston. Force out his cooldowns. Like, don't be a frontliner. And like if you force out this Winston, now you can use this position to put pressure on the enemy. Like by denying like the Winston the high ground, you get the high ground and you can use it to do damage. Okay, now and okay. Now you right click the Winston, fine. Okay, this is kind of dangerous though. Like, you still have to flex, sure, but like you're kind of dashing into the middle of an enemy team. Like you should be dashing up to high ground and then like maybe dashing up to high ground. Like I mean, like it's risky with the Winston, but it's better than doing this. And then like try like poke the Rhine, kill the Rhine from here. Like look at this angle, it's free. It isn't blocked by the Winston. I mean, you do kill the Rhine eventually. Okay, now the Winston uses cooldowns. Like, you don't even have to dash up to the high ground. I think you can, I'm not sure if it works, but I think you can just climb up to the high ground and save your dash. But you aren't using the high ground, that they're kind of giving to you for free. Okay. Poke from range, okay. Now you have Blade. Okay, again, this Winston's staying on the open. What is he gonna do? Probably like jump on your backline with like. But if you don't poke out this Winston, he's gonna like do it with full cooldowns with like his bubble, like, and he's cut off from his Ana, like just put some poke pressure into like this Winston and force his bubble out. But instead you're focusing on Rhine, who has like full shield. Poke out this Winston so like your blade is actually safe, so that while you blade, this Winston isn't like going into your backline and trying to trade your backline for theirs. Okay, now you're trading. Oh, good target. Why are you trying to slash the... Why are you trying to like kill a nanoed Rhine? He's not gonna die, even with a nano blade. Okay, go for this BAP. Why are you so hesitant to like go for this BAP? Like there's like so many targets, and you decide that the best target is a nanoed Rhine. Okay, now they lose their BAP. Now, what should you do? Like poke out this Winston, and then once this Winston is gone, you take this angle and you just poke them out. They have no BAP to heal it up. They still have Ana, but now they have like any type of poke damage is more significant because they lost their BAP. Okay, poke out this Winston who's kind of feeding. Okay, eventually. Now, get up here and then, or like even like they don't even really have like a lot of range deal. Like get up to this box and then poke the Rhine from behind, or poke the Ana, or like poke like the junk. Like don't front, like use like your mobility. Don't. No. Like if you want to like stay in the front line like this, like there are heroes that are good at doing this, like Sim, Torb. Those heroes don't have mobility, so but in exchange they have like more HP, more annoying damage, turrets, those type of things. But like you shouldn't be. But like with Genji, like you're not a frontliner. Okay, punishing this like soldier for being split from his team. Good. Okay, now the high ground's literally free. Like take the high ground, or like take this high ground and poke from range. Well, like, why are you just right here? Like you're just poking at Rhine. Okay, good. Following up with your Winston. But yeah, like see how much damage you're taking in the front line that you don't need to take. Okay, you follow up your Winston, but like, I don't know, maybe try to dash up here? Do they have a Winston? This is risky with the Winston. He uses jump though, so if you're tracking the cooldown, it's fine. I mean, now you have a Moira. Just... Yeah, this fight's over. But like, yeah, see how much damage you're taking by not taking off angles. You need to be playing kind of split apart from your team. Like, don't mind what your teammates say, they're bronze.
30 seconds remaining.
Okay, good. Following up on your Winston. Okay, now there's a Winston like on a flank. Just poke him out. Get like some free blade. Get like a free blade in the process. Don't poke out Ryan. Don't be tough. Like this is a tank. Like your armor like reduces the amount of damage you do to him. I mean Winston also has armor, but now he's low HP, and like more importantly, like poking out Winston is higher value than poking out Ryan. Because like if you poke out Winston while he's like on the flank, then like you're gonna prevent him from like, you know, getting onto your backline for free. Okay, now the Winston engages, and look at how much damage you took. Imagine if you were like right here and able to like poke out the Winston from like longer range. And if he jumps on you, just dash. And he can't really chase you anymore. Okay, now at least you have Blade. Okay, good. Following up on your Winston. Anyways, so right here. Okay, so you already have like a 3 on cart. You don't need 3 on cart. Just like set up an angle. Just take this angle. Put pressure on this angle. Like this Bab's half HP. Like that's like 1 headshot and like 3 shurikens if you're lucky. Okay, now you contest a Junkrat. Now they're kind of really contesting that angle. No, what? Just keep putting pressure on this angle. Otherwise, they're just gonna be able to like flank for free and get into your backline. Someone needs to be contesting this angle, and that could be you, like your Winston is. But oh, why are you poking Ryan Shield? Like there are literally some better targets to be hitting than Ryan. Okay, now your Winston's going in. That's like, I think that's the best time to Blade. Like your Winston's in, absorbing so much pressure. Why not Blade? Right now. Okay, at least it's late, but at least you go in with your Winston, kind of. But now like your Winston's like beginning to go on, and guess who their next target is? You. Okay.
Injured again. Injured again.
Okay, so like you climbed this high ground. Why not just stay here? Stay here so that like this Ryan can contest high ground. This Junk can bounce, can like mine to high ground, but that doesn't really matter. Like. Like right here, like instead of taking an angle like that your team can kind of deal with. I mean, like you have a Winston. Your Winston can literally just like put pressure as they're like trying to like chase you, but like why do they chase you? Because like you're frontlining. You're kind of the front line. Well, why? Like you're not a frontliner. You're take angles. You're let your main tank take the aggression. Okay, now you're on Kree. I guess it's a better hero if you just run a front line. Okay, now you're on low ground, but first you have a Mercy, so you don't need to like stick to your Moira to get heals. But more importantly, like see like what sightlines you have on low ground. You can hit the enemy Rhine. but like his hero design is designed so he does get hit by. So he's designed so that like if you all focus him, then like the enemy team can just then take angles and focus you, or like they can just push in with the Rhine and like, you know, kill your team. So like why aren't you like rotating high ground like at the start of this like right now? Why aren't you going high ground? I mean, like your team has killed 3, but like by taking high ground, like it prevents the enemy team from just clutching it with this window. I mean, you can make an argument that like this is safer, but this isn't even necessarily safer. You're in front of a window. Like, I mean safer because you don't want like the enemy to clutch. In any case, like, you know, like don't like you don't want to stay permanently stacked in your team. I mean, with Kree, like it's not like Genji where you can just take early angles because like he has less mobility than Genji, but he still has, they still buffed his role, so he can still take angles. Okay, that's fine. Okay, now Kree's gonna be less value here because something like Widow is better, or Hanzo or Ashe. Okay, right here. Why are you standing out in the open like there's no cover? Like stand closer to here, or like maybe even take this angle if you're bold and then use this health pack. But like, yeah, you're just standing out a main.
I require assistance. 60 seconds remaining.
Okay. If like, look at how open you are. Like, if they had something like a Hanzo or Widow, then boom, you'd be dead. If like, you know, or like they would. You have no cover to retreat to. If you get shattered here, boom, you can't roll. You can't roll like to dodge it. You know, like just you need to use natural cover here. Like why are you stacking like this? Well,
This is not وريهم قوتك.
Don't move.
This is
unlucky.
not the time.
We got that save.
30 seconds remaining.
We're sitting ducks. Get this moving.
No, by the way, just right click. Generally, like when you're trying to kill like tanks, like when you're trying to shoot tanks as Kree, like
Get this moving.
honestly, like doing right clicking them just does more damage than like, you know, just left clicking them to death. Fan hammer is for like when you're hitting targets that are really easy to hit, or shields. But even then, like like maybe you could right. Oh, that Winston shield is bad. But I think you should right click it there, and you would have gone the elimination. Okay, you're not Reaper. Like you just literally stand on this box and like kind of just have ranged poke. You just poke from here. Okay, you got rezzed. I'm not sure why your Winston is still shooting tanks. Good. Coordinating the high noon with your Winston going in. Okay, but right here you're staying in the open. Like, either use this box or something so you can defend yourself against this Reaper. Or like, you know, move with your Diva and take this angle. Okay, at least your team wins the fight now. Okay, no, I don't like the fact that you're kind of just... so where's the Winston? How did the Winston get up? Okay, honestly, like the Winston just did a kind of good job staging. Not sure. So, okay. Okay, so you see like Winston here, like you don't want to be in the middle. You want to roll immediately back to here, and then like you can flash stun Winston, and then flash fan him, and then yeah, and Winston's probably dead. But like right here, like you're just like pressing forward into. I mean, like you get booped forward, unfortunate, but like you should immediately roll back to like. To like cover, like don't let the Ryan just W in. Like this is good, well coordinated by the red team, I must admit. Like when the Winston went in, like his whole team pushed up, but yeah, like so. Anyways, like as Genji, as Kree, like I'm not too concerned. I haven't seen much of it, but as Genji, you really need to be stop frontlining. You need to take angles. Like Genji's a off angler. Genji's kit is designed so that he plays split apart from his team. He has mobility through his like from being able to climb walls and like deflect. And I mean deflect isn't mobility, but deflect is like another ability that like allows him to like take angles and escape to his team, rotate back to his team for free. But like more importantly, like you're not gonna get much value by just breaking shields. Like if you're especially when you're playing like Ryan versus Ryan, maybe the shield war kind of matters, but like firstly you're frontlining to do it, like you're literally standing into like Ryan's optimal range to like you're standing like within like 5 meters of Ryan and then like trying to right click him to his shield to death. That's really risky. And secondly shield break, like shield pressure might be important, but like you're much better off but you don't farm blade doing it. You're much better off like taking angles, pressuring squishies, or like Winstons who want to flank and try to like get into your backline and stuff, or like get access to your backline. So like you split apart from your team, you draw attention. If you get poked out, you dash back or reflect back to your team, and then you take the angle again once your cooldowns are back. But like Genji is like it's not a frontliner, it's an angler. Like he's supposed to angle. And also don't dash into the enemy team without cooldowns. That's just called feeding. Any higher teams, like they'll just like kill you like instantly. So anyways, I hope that was helpful.